I've just come out my Mandy and I'm just going to talk a little bit about disability that I learnt today, well, over the past however long. The attitude towards disability is very different to that back home in the UK. If somebody's born with a disabled child, they believe it to be like either fate or something from the spirits, or a sort of, well, from Allah, like it was Allah's wish, and maybe they feel like they've done something wrong and this is their punishment sort of thing. So the attitude is very different, and a lot of kids are disowned because they have a disability. I know there's one boy in my school who his face is disfigured and his parents have found it very hard to accept him, and it's only now that they're slowly beginning to accept him. So we are trying to do some work on disability awareness, and it just makes you feel so sad because these kids at school are so nice and so sweet and so funny and gorgeous, and you couldn't imagine that anyone would disown them or think that it's a punishment from God or Allah or something. So it's quite sad, and a lot of the views and way of doing things are really stuck in the past, and they need to move forward a bit. But it is a developing country, and we're a developed country, so these are the sort of differences that we'll come across. About the culture which gets quite annoying, so you have to get to the point where you just let it go over your head and flow like water, as Rahma always taught me. Things like if you need to be somewhere at a certain time and someone's giving you a lift, you can pretty much guarantee you won't make it till about an hour later. Examples like Pac Sandy's been absolutely great, gives lifts everywhere, but never ever on time. Like we had to be to catch the bus for the MPR, we had to be there at 1 o'clock. So I don't think he got to our house till about 1:30, and then we had to go back to his house so we could have a Mandy and then go and get the bus, which I can't get my head round. But also, like, if you go on a trip somewhere, as you're coming home, you'll go and visit a temple, or you'll never go a direct route. So what I've learned about being here is just to not make any plans that I need to be at a certain place at a certain time, because it just doesn't happen. And in the UK, you could just imagine people just having complete and utter rage because it's so regimental with time. Everything's in time blocks and organised, and like, I mean, Project Supervisor Mark was saying that people just don't turn up to meetings sometimes, but the essence of time is so different here, and also work is not as important as is in the UK, but then status is more important in the UK, and money, which it doesn't seem to be as much here, well, not amongst the people who I've met anyway. Ooh.